Good day. My name is Kiolebukile Nkwe, and I am a financial planner and investment advisor at SCI Wealth. Today we'll be discussing emergency funds. What are emergency funds? Who needs an emergency fund, and why would you need an emergency fund? Now, starting off with what is an emergency fund? An emergency fund is essentially an investment in which you put aside for emergencies, strictly emergencies. Now, emergencies can be listed in different categories depending on what they are to you. They are not standard for each individual. For instance, my emergencies may not be identical to your emergencies. Somebody who has various dependents may have varying emergencies compared to somebody who does not have any dependents at all. So it's very important to first start off by listing what your emergencies are. Once you know what your emergencies are, then it will help you calculate how much you would need roughly for your emergencies. Now, as investment advisors, we tend to advise our clients or any individual requesting for our assistance or advice to put aside a minimum of 3 to 6 months worth of your salary into your emergency fund. Now, obviously, sometimes some people are unable to put that lump sum away. So how do we do this? We build towards it, slowly building your emergency fund. And this is not to say once you've reached your target of 3 or 6 months, you stop right there. You continue because life keeps evolving. You do not know what emergencies may come up next. So really, do not stick to a minimum, and a minimum may not be enough for that emergency that may come up. Now, who needs an emergency fund? Truth is, everybody. It does not matter who you are, whether you are full-time employed or part-time, because we are all exposed to emergencies. Now, all this talk about emergency funds, you must be wondering, which is the best place to put this money that you've set aside for your emergencies? Now, ideally, it's all about your preference. However, it is ideal to have a few points to look at before considering where to put your emergency fund. First of all, always make sure you put your money, there is a form of interest that your money is actually incurring. You do not want to just put your money aside where it's not actually working for you. Make sure that, like a seed rather, you are able to see or reap some form of rewards from it. Secondly, you want to have your emergency fund in a place that you know there are certain restrictions. You cannot just take a card and then over the weekend, because there's an outing, you can easily swipe it, and then what happens? That emergency fund money is used. Thirdly, make sure that where you put your emergency fund, you also do have access to it. When the emergency arises. However, sure that you do use it for emergencies, not just when you need it for outings or things that you have not listed as emergencies as previously discussed. Now, if you have any more questions about emergency funds or where to put your emergency funds, contact our advisors. We will direct you to where you can put your money where it's worth. Contact us on 318-0111 or visit us on www.sci.co.bw. Thank you for listening.